All right. Hey, thank y'all for tapping in to Streetball the Pro. It's your man, the ambassador. Shout out to Ballaholic, for those who's watching. He's a 49ers fan, and, they took that L in the Super Bowl. So he's unable to make it tonight. You know what I mean? I got to let my man, uh, do his thing. So, but I didn't want to not have the podcast because I got somebody on. Free agent, my man Cam. You know what I mean? And we want to, like I told y'all, everybody who follow us know that we work with players all over the world. You know what I mean? Pretty much at every level, and it's all about having a platform and just giving guys opportunities. And here's a hooper that I had a chance. Shout out to Jaleesa, who's my president. You know what I mean, of the organization, or vice president. My bad. Henry is the president, but Jaleesa is my vice president. Street Ball the Pro. That's Ballaholic and I. That's our little podcast and the deal that we got together. And so she shot me Cam's info, and I checked it out. And man, he's a hooper. You know what I mean? And it's one of those, a free agent who's looking for a home. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna open it up to Cam, and we're gonna get to hear a little bit about your background, and we're just gonna get it in. So what's up with you, Cam?
Man, not much, man. Just got done watching that game, and I know why Ballaholics ain't joined, cause that was me last year, man, as an Eagles fan when they beat us. So I know how it is. But
Yeah.
I appreciate you for having me, man, and Jalissa, and for linking me up with you for this opportunity, to explain my story, basically, of how I kind of start playing. And so basically, I'm from Champaign, Illinois,
Okay.
um, about 2 hours from Chicago. A lot of players come from there. Jalissa, actually, I don't know if you know him, but Jalissa knows a player that played for the Little Rock Lightning. That's my boy, Taylor Alexander.
No, I know she know him. I did go down there. I saw a game when I was in Memphis, and so I'm not sure if I had a chance to meet him or not.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that's my boy. So he's from the same city as me. So it's
Okay.
basketball bring people together across the world, and it's just crazy how it all came
Uh,
to this. But yeah, just came from Champaign, Illinois. Played Division 1. I've played at the Division 2 level. Went to Western Illinois my first year, freshman year. Transferred there to a junior college, and at the time, the credits that I had, from transferring there to here didn't add up, so I had to go Division 2.
okay.
I didn't have a chance to go back D1, and I had a lot of Division 1 coaches looking at me, and they all said the same thing, like your credits ain't, they're not adding up to be able to come back to a Division 1. So I went Division 2. And I went there and played at a school in MIAA conference, which is one of the best Division 2 conferences in the country.
Wait. I'm about to say we might have Ballaholic. Hold on.
He might want to talk in the dark. He ain't even trying to.
Yeah.
But
That's my guy. Let me see. You know, uh, you see a little something back there,
right.
Ballaholic. There we go. Right. I think he must be driving back to the crib. It's dark. I see the little
I
49er hat.
see the 49ers hat.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, what's going on?
What's up, Bob? I had to let everybody know we weren't sure you was gonna make it, man, because uh, your boys they took a tough one tonight. You know what I
Man,
mean?
I'm not. Yeah, man, I'm not. I ain't gonna lie, man. I really like. Oh man, I'm really not. Oh, I don't even know what to say, man. It's like I don't know. It's disappointed, man. It's just not bad for the not even for the team, but for the city of San Francisco. It's just not. It's not good, man.
Bro, like I said, it's like that buzzer beater, right? That last second
Man,
shot. You know what I mean? You just
Man,
it hurts.
it ain't never been traffic out here on the Sunday night. at 9 o'clock, and it's going to be traffic all over the place.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Are you in San Fran?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I know it's about to get bad out there.
That's what I.
Yeah, it's a very, very, like, yeah, man. The mood is very, very, very down, man. It's, like, people are looking for fights.
Right.
I believe that. I believe
Oh,
that. So it's like I hope the city don't turn up, boy.
Yeah,
You
for
know?
real.
it's too late. They're doing that. That's for sure. Option that something might happen. You know, usually when stuff like this happens, they shut down the freeway, and then it turns into a sideshow or a video shoot, something crazy, man. Uh, but it's already look like it's traffic right now.
You about to head back home, or you about to get into some of that?
Oh no, I'm headed back to the crib, man. But like I said, it's all we finna hit traffic. It slowed down.
Right.
Man, I
So
appreciate you still jumping on, my man, because you know what I mean. I know it's a tough one, and you probably won't be the same ballaholic everybody know when they see our show. You know what I mean. But the fact that
yeah,
you understand when your team take one, that's not an easy one. You know what I
it's not
mean.
either one. But on the flip side of that, it's also a point that we making as far as putting the word out to all these young athletes that you ain't gonna win all the time, and there's certain stuff that you got to do
Yeah.
when you ain't winning. You feel me? So I thought about that as well. Like, yo, you ain't win, so it's something you still got to do, bro. Like, even if your job, you know what I'm saying? If you a facility assistant, but you're doing facility coordinator work, and you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's something you don't want to do, but you got to do it. You got to pick the slack up. So I ain't gonna lie, man. This shit still hurt. Excuse my language, but I mean, because I just, it's different, man. With us, it's different out here with a lot of the fans, man. And I'm really like, you're right. This ain't the same ballaholic tonight.
Definitely not the same ball.
So excuse me if I'm quiet, and and I'm just air hustling. My apologies right now, fellas.
We good. We just appreciate the fact
We
that you
glad that you're
still
here, man.
going on. You know what I mean? And like you said, that's a key lesson for those our viewers and just athletes, young, old, whatever it is. It's a life lesson, right? It's one of those situations. Everything ain't gonna work out. You know what I mean? Like the way you. And although your feelings and your emotions, you may not feel like doing it, but still, you know what I mean? You know, pressing on to get through it, and that's what it is. So that's why I was like, man, shout out to you for jumping on, and I was just letting Cam and the viewers know. I wasn't sure if you was gonna be here, but then you popped up. So much love to you, and like I said, we let Cam was letting us know. Go ahead, because I have a question. Okay, so I might as well ask you because you're saying that from your credits. You know what I mean? You was D1, and then you had to go D2 because it didn't translate over back, so you can go back. So in a situation like that, that's tough. You
Yeah,
know?
it was bad, man. Because at my junior college, when I left Division 1, I had a lot of Division 1 schools in there watching me, and my coach at my junior college was telling all the Division 2 schools and anybody else, like, no, this is a Division 1 kid, because we had like 3 Division 1 players on our team that transferred in.
Okay.
So no D2s, no NAIAs. They all looked at me like, okay, we're not going after this kid. This kid's just straight Division 1, and we had nothing but Division 1s in the gym. And then, I mean, there's more to the story. But at my junior college, since those credits didn't transfer in right, they told me the day before our game in junior college, they said you can either sit out the whole year in red shirt here, or you can come and play in the second half. And as a young player, I'm like, red shirt a whole year? I'm not trying to sit out, man. That don't even sound fun. Like, and in junior college it's different. If you don't make it down to Danville, or if you don't like win and go and them coaches, they don't flock to you in junior college like that. So luckily, I had a coach who played at Eastern Michigan, and John Bowler and played overseas, so he knew guys. So they came in the gym, but they told me, they was like, man, since you didn't play a full year at your junior college and your credits didn't transfer over, as a Division I coach, like, we just can't take you. I
Wow.
had Seattle, I had UMKC, I had Southern Illinois, Eastern Illinois, Ball State. They all were in the gym, and they all said the same exact thing. So I lost them all. And that year, I left that junior college, and I got a call from a coach like mid-July. I didn't even think I thought basketball was done.
Right.
Like, it's over with. I done lost all the schools I thought I had. My coach told all the Division twos and NAIAs, don't go after this kid. And luckily, you know, God blessed me with the offer from a school in Iowa, called Upper Iowa, which was a school I didn't know nothing about. But it was a Division II, and I went there and, you know, kept playing and transferred to another Division II school to finish out. And that's when I started my pro career after that. And even that was crazy because COVID hit. As soon as my pro career hit, COVID hit.
Yeah, I was reading that.
It was horrible, bro, because I had 2 or 3 offers from good countries.
Okay.
And as soon as COVID hit, it was like over with. And you can't go there. It's a travel ban. And my agent was telling me this. And nah, you're just going to have to wait. And, you know, that in the pro, you can't have them gaps in the resume.
Yep.
So they sitting there looking at me, and I'm looking at them like, look, I know I'm good enough to play. Like, my stats and stuff, you know, account for it. You see my film. Like, I played against Division I schools, Kansas, sold out crowd. Like, I done did a lot when it came to the game. But, you know, them overseas coaches like, well, you haven't played in a year and a half though, so we're gonna take this guy. And I'm like, well, that's not my fault. COVID hit, so how am I? You know. So,
Right.
and right now I feel like I'm in a little kind of like how Ballaholic said, you know, you gotta take a loss to really know and come back from, like, hey, it's not over. Keep working, keep grinding. So this last season, I finished out in the TBL. I played a little bit in Dominican Republic before that. Played in the TBL, and you know, God just blessed me with a deal in Ukraine 3 weeks ago. But there's a war going on in Ukraine, so I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go down to Ukraine and go play no ball unless they give me a M16 and a helmet. I mean,
Facts.
Yeah.
and some more money, because I'm risking my life to go hoop. I don't think that's worth it.
Right. Right.
So that was 3 weeks ago. I signed the dotted line, and you know, I talked to my dad and my family, and they was just like, man, I just don't think it's smart. And I called some American players down there, and they're like, yeah, we here, you know, but sometimes you might hear sirens, and I'm like, tornado sirens? Or like, no, bomb sirens. I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Facts.
So I'm a free agent still. Like I said, I'm free agent still, looking for a home, and you know, everything was in the bio that I had sent you, and
Yes.
so I'm just ready to play, man. I'm grinding still, waiting for that next opportunity.
The TBL. So talk to me about your TBL season. So you played one season?
Yeah, one season of the TBL, which was like it was kind of like the half season of the TBL, because I was in Dominican Republic before that, and when I came back, I played in the TBL. Average, I think it was like 18.9 or something like that, 19 points. Um, it was cool. I like the TBL. You just gotta, like I said, like I told you earlier, you gotta be on the right team, though, man. You gotta be on a team that is
Yeah, that's right.
established. But like,
I'm about to pull that up. Pull up so the Central Florida Force.
yeah,
Okay.
which is not a team no more because they are, you know,
Ah.
the owners is now the owners of the Connecticut Crusaders. Yeah. So the Central Force is no longer there. So the two owners,
Yeah.
and Alyssa knows these owners because I talked to her about them too. I think they drive trucks or something, and she knows something about that. But yeah, now they're from Connecticut, but they own the Central Florida Force with a guy named Sean Mills.
Okay.
and then now they don't own them, and now they own the Connecticut Crusaders. So they just basically closed the Force page and basically just took that page, and now it's the Crusaders.
Oh wow.
So none of our stuff is on there no more. I mean, everything's gone. You would think you would if you didn't know, you would hop on Instagram and be like, "Oh, the
Right.
Crusaders." But no, it really was the Central Florida Force. They got all of our followers on there. Like everything's the exact same. They just changed the bio and the logo.
Oh wow.
Yep. So it's a whole new team now, and
And,
like I said, I feel like with new teams in the TBL, anything can happen.
I mean, you averaged 21.5 points, and oh, that's tough. Well, and that's I think the part too. The more, because I've been in the business, 12 years, of course. You know what I mean. On the team, first team in the ABA, IBL. We played a couple other different minor league, different. I guess you can say in different leagues before I just went strictly international. You know what I mean. And of course, the TBL. If you say if you're not in the G League, then it's the TBL, right?
Right.
Everybody know, like, which I know, and now I'm talking to a player, and I know Ballaholic played in the TBL as well. It's all about the ownership,
Yep.
right? And I think that's one of the misconceptions, right? Just, oh, if I get on the TBL team, I made it.
Right.
That's only if you get the right ownership.
Right.
Right.
I don't know if anybody in here watching the live or if y'all ever seen Janky Promoters. It's a lot like that.
Oh wow.
Because I mean you could have I could go into detail about so many stories on here about that season. It was crazy. I mean, let's just talk. We could say I'll just bring up one story.
Okay.
We went to go play Raleigh Firebirds.
Heard of them. Okay.
That's a 9.5-hour drive from Orlando. We leave. I mean, the game at 6:30. We probably leave at 10, 11. So yeah, we get there about an hour late.
Yeah.
We walk in the gym. Not only we get there an hour late, we in a van that got a soccer mom van, bro. But it's like 10 of us, grown men, 6'10s. I mean, down on. We're not little kids, So we packed up in that, and we drive down there, and man, we get there, and the refs come to us as soon as we walk in the door, and they said, "Y'all got 3 minutes to get on this court, and the broadcast is about to start, or the game's canceled."
Oh wow.
And they had the clock running. Man, that was the quickest game I have ever got dressed for. And what's crazy, I had like 29 in that game. I don't know how, because I wasn't stressed or nothing, bro. But I went in the locker room, threw my stuff on. I came out there and was looking around the crowd, looking at us and stuff. I grabbed the ball. I shot one time. The buzzer rang. I said, "Damn, I get one shot, no stretch." And I go out there, man, and I hooped. I hooped. I ain't gonna lie, I hooped. I really did. I feel like I was the only one hooping too at the time. So
Right.
like it helped me for my stats and stuff. But man, I feel bad though for my teammates and everything. I'm sitting there like, the bigs, it take them a little bit longer for them to get going. We got couple 6'10s. They get out the car. They like, man, look. I ain't no guard. I'm only 6 foot. They 6. They rubbing their legs. They like, man, I gotta heat up. This ain't that. So, I mean, that's just one of the stories. I mean, it go down the line, man, to just.
That is crazy.
The worst of the worst, man. And payment on time and the budgets that they have for us to eat. I mean, everything was just. It was a bad experience.
How did you get on that squad? Like, you know what I mean?
So my agent knew Sean Mills.
Okay.
Which was one of the owners and trainers and coaches of the team. So he knew him, and he was like, you want to play in the TBL? Like, I got this team here. You go in there and kill it. It's going to, make it look better for you on your Eurobasket stats. So I'm like, all right, yeah, cool. You know, let's do it. And I'm gonna tell you the contract that we all got. It was only $250 a month. 250.
Whoa.
And I'm sitting here like, man, that's low. Like JB, like $250. Like I might as well go do some DoorDash for 250. I mean, I mean, I might and I don't even do DoorDash, but I might as well sign up today and go do it because
In fact.
$250 a month. But I was like, Cam, is you gonna sacrifice the
Right.
money and get your stats right so you can go play in a place like Chile or the teams I was looking at me in Ukraine if it wasn't a war where they paying me thousands of dollars a month.
Yeah.
So I mean, I did it. I sacrificed it. It was like, you know what, I don't even care about the money. I'm just gonna go here and put up my numbers and pay it off in the long run.
Right.
So, but a lot of them players, they was on there and I ain't gonna say his name, but one of them was living in his car.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
all the way from Memphis. He was from Memphis, Tennessee. I called your number. Your numbers had
Yeah,
a.
I'm from Memphis. I'm
You
originally from.
might know who I'm talking about. Then, like I said, I had to text you
Okay,
because
yeah, text me. I'm from
yeah,
Memphis.
yeah. It was
Oh,
two
wow.
Memphis kids on the team, and one of them was my roommate,
Okay.
and the other one was he was there, and God worked mysterious ways, man. That man was sleeping in his car when he got on that team because they told him that they was gonna have housing for us out of state players, and they did it. So
Wow.
that man was sleeping in his car and was crazy. That boy was putting up so many numbers, man. He was having 40 here, 40 there, 30 here, and got a call from a team in South America. I think it was one of the countries out there in South America, and he left that team, and now he out there playing.
Okay.
So it was good for him. Now I'm like, man, I'm glad it happened because he was calling us like, man, I'm in my car, like it just ain't even.
Wow.
And that's a little bit of the TBL that I got. And I ain't saying the TBL is all like that, but the team that I
Right.
was,
No.
it was
It's actually like I said. It sounds just like the TBL. Like I said, my team. I was in ABA, which when I first came in, it was similar to that. You hear all of the negative, and there is a lot of teams that don't handle business. But then, we was one of those teams that I wanted to make sure my organization stood out. You know what I mean? We was professional. Took care of the players and things like that. And so that's what I started to, you know, as I began to, I guess, build more relationships and go around, started to do my research. I was like, okay, the TBL is just like, well, it's a higher level. It ain't taking,
right.
taking nothing away from on that standpoint, but it's the owners. It depends on what
Mm-hmm.
owners you have and if they're going to hold it and do all the things they're supposed to, or they're going to try to cut corners and just using it. And so that's what it is. A lot of owners that could try to take advantage of a league like that is quality, top notch. I give it out to the Magley,
Mm-hmm.
family who got it all set up, and they are getting people places, but it's always depends on who's running the show. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. And I learned from being in it, like it's really like who got the most money.
Oh yeah, yep,
Because if you got money, I mean, it don't matter what's happening. You can pay your players, you can pay for their hotels, their food.
yep,
I mean, money talks when you running a business or owning a team.
facts.
So and I feel like the owners that we had, they didn't have that much, and they was going bankrupt, which is why there is no team in Central Florida Force no more. They said we can't even do that. If we're gonna do it, we probably should do it in our own city and state.
Yeah, makes
So
sense.
those out of state players, like we don't have enough to even give them housing.
Yeah. No,
So
I've heard a couple of stories on that. Oh, I'm supposed to get this, I'm supposed to get that, but that didn't happen. You know what I
nah,
mean? But like you said, the sacrifice. You know what I mean? That I watch players uh, go through just to make it, and I think that that's the other part. You know what I mean? And I try to help players like yourself, like players who are legit, who are like pros, and saying, "Yo, You know, I try not. I know for us, Ballaholic, we don't want to promote or get connected just to tell somebody, oh, shoot them a pipe dream. Oh, yeah, man, I can help you. Let me do this, let me do that. And just drag them along, and they got it like that. You know what I mean? So for us, it's one of those where I'm like, all right, I mean, really, is this somebody who's legit? Can they really play pro ball? And so, of course, when Lisa sent me your information, you know what I mean? Well, let me look at video, let me read.
Right,
You know,
right.
okay, send it to Ballaholic, you know what I mean? He went through that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Hit my man up. So that's the big thing. And then to hear your story, you know what I mean? Just part of your story, like going through the COVID part. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of folks don't understand. Well, they should understand because we all got hit with COVID, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it
Yeah.
affected so many things, you know?
Mhm.
And so you have the players who may be in college like yourself, or you know, or not like yourself, but well, you came out of it and go pro. But some that was in college, high school, pro level, it shut it down, and you have that gap. Like I said, we can't have that in your pro resume, and then you finally get a contract, and then you got wars and stuff going on. You
Right.
got, you know what I mean?
It's crazy, man. Crazy. So it's been a grind for me. It's been a grind, and it's frustrating in some days. But you know that don't stop me from going in there and put the work in. Cause I know, you know, if one thing I do know is if you work hard, you gonna get what you've been working hard for, no matter what it is.
Facts.
So you know that's really what I've been doing every day. Is just training hard with my trainer and waiting for that next call.
So you said you had okay. Besides that offer, you had any other offers that
So I had a team in Chile, which this was like last week. So the Chilean guard that's on the team in Chile isn't playing that well. So the GM called one of the agents that I got, you know, working for me and was like, you know, we looking for a point guard. We like your guy. We're thinking about getting him here to take this guy's spot. And, you know, he's like, okay, you know, that sounds good. Like, just let me know. And the guy on the Coastal Georgia Buccaneers TBL team is the center on that same team.
okay,
So they already got a TBL guy on that team, and he's doing pretty well. So it would be me and him that would go in there kind of as a dynamic package.
okay,
But, you know, I think what happened was is the guys start maybe playing a little better, and that team maybe might not have so much money to pay to Americans
got you.
because they already got one.
Right.
So it's like, do we come out of our pockets to get another one, or do we hope and pray to this Chilean guard that we paying probably $100?
Right.
I mean, and they money, they don't be paying them players nothing. They be working 3 jobs and playing like
Facts.
so. You know, it's like he playing a little better. Let's go with him. But like at the same time, if they losing, they don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So, you know, it could go either way. Also, a team in Ecuador. That league starts in April, which is another one of my agents that hit me up and said something about that. So, a couple looks right now over there in South America that I've been in contact with, which could get me down there.
What if because I basically I shared this to all kind of basketball networks and groups and you know what I mean, things like that. And say if there is a team, you know, or GM or somebody, how do they get in touch with, I guess, I don't know, you, your agent? How does that go? You know what I mean, for you?
Just you know, my phone number, my WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter. I mean, I'm on everything. What everything that I've sent you in the resume and really just phone number. You know, I know a lot of GMs got WhatsApp too, depending on you know if they in another country and stuff. So I got that. That's really how I talk to all my agents and teams. It's all been on WhatsApp.
Okay.
So yeah, my phone number. I don't know if you want me to say it, but I'm sure you probably got it. I mean,
Well, yeah, of course I got it. And what we'll
right.
do before we go off in, I'm gonna let you, you know, give your tag and things like that, so people can reach out to you. You know,
Gotcha.
what I mean? directly as well. Because, like I said, if any of the folks that I know, coaches, GMs, you know what I mean, they reach out to me, I know how to you know what I mean, get them in contact. And so
Right.
it's just one of those, if somebody is watching and they be like, oh man, we just want to hit you up, you know what I mean, that they
Gotcha.
able to hit you and say, all right, well, I'm interested. I saw your highlights, or, you know what I mean, things like that. And pretty much that's what we are. Street Baller Pro, in a sense, is just another platform, you know what I mean, for players to not only get exposure, but to help get y'all out there. And of course, we have our team, which we then take free agents, and then we go overseas and we play, you know. So players like yourself can actually be in front of GMs, coaches, you know what I mean, playing, and now
Mhm.
they can really be like, oh snap, let me talk directly to you and blah 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 network. And so that's pretty much how we do it, is combining the two, and saying, hey, we're finding the best players right now. Like I said, we don't have nothing until next month in Japan, and so you're a free agent right now, and we're like, all right, let's go ahead and get you on our platform and let folks know, you know what I mean. And so that's why we're doing that. And so what are, I guess, you're just in waiting. You're just waiting. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah, yeah. That's literally what I've been doing every single day. It's like a waiting game. It's like, and I've been hitting my agents up. Right now, I actually got like 3 different agents.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I got, and I haven't signed nothing to be with that agent. They all tell me the same thing. Like, look, we're not signing no contracts because we want you to have other agents
Yep.
just in case you go, like, and that's a blessing and
Yeah.
right there, because it's like some agents, it's like, no, you're strictly with me, you don't talk to nobody else, like, so that's why I have 3 agents. I got one in Puerto Rico, I got one in the States, and I got one in Lebanon.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I got them, all placed out. But right now, I think the point guard openings is a little slim at the moment. And there's a lot of teams playing right now too. So, it's not like I'm 6'11".
Right. Right.
Everybody wants a 7-footer. You know what I mean? It
Right.
don't matter about that. So,
That,
it's a little harder for me. But I'm cool with that. You feel me? Like I know I gotta train harder than the next man to be better than them. When that time comes, like I said, the numbers will show for itself.
yeah. No. No. That is true. And that was one of the things when Jaleesa and I, we was talking, because that's the thing too. When we help players and grab them, I, I look at everything like that
Right.
and be like, okay, what position? You know what I mean? Because the position is going guards. Woo, that's
Tough.
it's tougher
It's
for
tough.
guards. You know what I mean? Now, if you
Tough.
6'6", 6'7", 6'8", you start getting up there and you're like,
Right.
yeah, yeah, that's an
You're
easy
right.
phone call. Then
You're right.
at a guard where you're like, all right, well, especially in other countries, because that's
Mhm.
one of the first positions they might try to fill with their own country, in their
Yeah.
own, hey, I can pay cheaper and give them that player, and then I'm
Exactly.
looking for an American that's bigger and this and that. And so,
Exactly.
so for those who don't understand the business, you know what I mean? Here it is, we're talking to a player, and this is really how the business is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard.
It's a grind, man. It's a grind because, like you said, they'll take one of their players as a guard position
Yep,
and try to go get that footer who's
yep,
American. And I mean, whole time that American guard would go down there and kill that,
kill, yep,
like kill him. He wouldn't even be able to lace him up like in the
yeah,
same gym. But they don't think like how we think and know how we play here. You know what I mean? So that guard wouldn't even be in the same gym as us in America. But to them, it's like, well, we want to save our money, kind of like TBL. What can we do to keep little money in our pockets? So,
right.
the business of this is crazy.
It really is, and that's one of the things I try to let folks know. You know what I mean? Being in it, because I used to hoop, and going from that to actually now on the business, owning a team, and as a coach and a trainer, and traveling and things like that, where I'm like, hey, this is sort of how the business, really go down. Everybody, oh, I'm pro, I'm pro, I'm pro. There's really different levels to this, you know what I mean? And, you know, and that's one of the things, like like you said, your resume, when you go to college, boom, D1, D2,
Mhm.
those stick out. JUCO, as you continue to go down,
Mhm.
it's harder. That's
Yep.
just keeping it real,
Yep.
you know what I mean? And
Yep.
so,
If you play at Kentucky and you didn't play a minute, but you played at Kentucky for 4 years, we want you.
yeah,
I don't care if you touch the court. You at Kentucky with Calipari, come on down.
facts.
And I learned that from, being in college and like you said, going down the levels. When I got out, I'm like, damn, like yeah, those players even at Kentucky aren't as good as your best Division II players.
Yeah,
They just on Kentucky's bench. But you put that leading scorer in the MIAA against that kid, he gonna kill him out of Division II.
yeah,
But like you said, they don't see that over there though. It's like, oh well, Calipari, Kentucky, yeah, we gonna take him.
that part. Yep. No, that's so real.
It goes down the line from college all the way until you get into the pros of what league you playing for. Like if you go playing El Salvador, I could be in El Salvador right now playing,
Okay.
but that league is horrible. They play outside. I mean, the numbers go to Eurobasket, but you can go down there and average 60, and it is not going to matter. No team's going to look at that and be like, nah, the El Salvadoran league, they're not any good. I know a player that averaged like 60 down there, and he ain't went nowhere.
Oh wow.
Yep. So that
No,
league is a league that's not good to go in either. I mean, that in the pro standpoint.
that see now you dropping jewels. You know what I mean? Because folks don't understand that part either. Where it's like, oh, I want to go overseas, and
Yep.
they'll jump on anything to go overseas. But
Yep.
even when you go overseas, and folks start to look at what league did you play in, what country? Oh man, you know what I mean?
That don't add up to nothing.
Yes,
To nothing. And
yeah,
it's and the TBL in a sense was kind of like that. It's starting to get better now because there's players that's going out of it. But when it first kicked off, like a lot of them overseas teams didn't know what the TBL was either. There's like the TBL. Oh, we know NBA, the G
yeah,
League, but like no, there's a new league here now. The TBL's got good players in it. They know now.
right.
But in the beginning, it was it took some time for even the TBL to raise stocks for
That's true.
players and stuff, and for those teams to get established and all of that.
That is true. I mean, it's just like, oh, TBL is just like, oh, the ABA. It sounds just like
Yeah,
one of those, minor leagues.
yeah,
Okay, all
yeah,
right. You know what I mean? Like I said, if it's not NBA, G League, we ain't really trying to hear you. You know what
nope,
I mean? And so now, like it says, TBL is up the chart. Everybody now starting to really look at the TBL, but still is saying, okay, boom, I can look at maybe the TBL, and folks are just jumping on any contract just because they're saying it's overseas and they're not knowing, okay, man, let me go to this country, sign this contract, and then I'm gonna go here. And it's like they don't go
that's
nowhere.
how it
You know
works. And what's even worse is you could sign that contract and get scammed.
that part.
Cause I done been on that end too. You got me one time for $500.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
me and my teammate. And this is when I didn't have an agent. This was fresh out of college. Like
Okay.
I would say this was like right when I couldn't go to none of the teams that had the Iceland, the Spain. It was like, well, man, I was quick to try to get something. I'm like, man, I'm ready to play. I just got to
Yep.
college. I'm ready to go. Thirsty for his contract. And man, that dude hit me up on Facebook and he was like, the visa, they need the visa. And if they get the visa, then but you got to pay this. And I didn't know.
Yes.
Oh, I guess you gotta be a boss. I mean, I'm gonna put the money up for myself. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go and do it. Man, I sent that dude that money. He blocked me so fast on Facebook. I'm like, wait a second. and and it hurt me, bro, because I'm like, it wasn't even about the money though, because I'm like, I can make the money back, but bro, this is my career. Like this is my blood, sweat, and tears, bro. That you just took 500. You can keep the
Man,
bank, but damn, you ain't got no contract for me, dog. Like, okay. Man, I told that dude, I had my girlfriend at the time, my ex, I got on her phone, typed that dude name in. I said, hey, bro, I don't care about the money. I will put 500 right now and come see you wherever you at. It don't gotta be no basketball involved. None. I'm
right,
pulling up. Send me your location and I'm sliding on the next flight. Man, I was so heated, bro. I was
man.
so heated, man. So yeah, you can get scammed too. I learned now. Don't
Well,
you ever pay no agent nothing.
thank you, man. I'm glad
Nothing.
you're on here, bro.
If they want you, they gonna work for you.
Thank
That
you,
team pays them
thank you,
10% or whatever percent y'all got,
bro.
but not the player.
Man, this is
Man,
Ballholic. This is definitely gonna be one of the best podcasts
thank
we had, just from a pro standpoint, because you don't know how many players they come and hit me up, and I tell them, I'm like you said, I'm like, bro, that's not real. You about to get scammed.
yeah.
No, no,
Yeah, okay.
no, right.
All
No,
right.
no. I'm like, man, did you do your research? Why you got to get a work visa? And why you got to get this? If they
Exactly.
want you, they're going to take care of these things. You don't need to
Yep.
send them, oh, send me this money and then I'm going to get it for you. No, that's not
No.
how it works. And so here it is. I have you to, man, you
It
speak.
happened.
That's
It
what I'm
happened to me and my boy. We was both gonna hop on the flight, ready to go get Buddy.
saying.
I still know his name to this day, Frederick Martinez. Whoever watching this, if Frederick Martinez hit y'all up on Facebook, do not do it.
I'm about to say that name almost sound familiar. Like I
I
probably heard
bet you.
that.
I promise you, if you in the hoop, if you around hoopers,
Yeah,
they know who this dude is.
that's what I'm like. That name do sound real
Frederick
familiar.
Martinez on
Yeah.
Facebook.
So
Yeah, a little
y'all,
El Salvadorian looking dude.
yes. Okay. Yeah. So hey, y'all listen, man. We put y'all on game. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Everybody want to go pro. Everybody want to do this and that. Man, you do not pay. If you got a contract, the team is gonna pay, and they're gonna pay the agent. All of this stuff work out as a
And
business.
for your flight and for your
Yes,
housing and for your
yes,
food and meals and travel if they give you a car or what else it is. Like when I just had the Ukraine contract in front of me that I just signed, like all of that was on there. And now I'm so hey, I don't play around now. I sent that to my lawyer,
that's it.
my pop's lawyer, everybody seeing this. I need to make sure they all said the back, Cam, this is good to go. Everything's good. You know what I mean? This is a real good. That's what I like to hear. Because I ain't getting got again.
Right.
Not again. I get got again. I'm quitting. Quit. This ain't the business for me. Not twice, bro. Not twice.
know, right?
Not
Man,
twice.
man, no, that is real talk. So all of y'all hoopers, listen, this is a real pro hooper who's telling y'all the game. You know what I mean? Get if you don't have a lawyer, get prepaid lawyer, figure something out. You know what I mean? Don't just
Something.
sign the contract and send the money and then send it to people who don't know the
Yeah.
business. They read the contract and they like, oh yeah, that look good. Bro, no,
The biggest thing is just the money. As
yeah,
long as you don't send no money,
that
you're
part.
good. But if you sending some money, you lost. It's a scam. It's a scam.
Oh my God, man. Yo, like I told y'all, this is a cutthroat business. I
Yeah.
promise.
And, and
Like,
and I didn't know that it was like that though when I first got into it. I'm like, they scamming players?
yes.
Like what? That's a thing? Somebody's career? I couldn't believe it.
Yes.
I
No,
couldn't believe it.
it's like that, you know what I mean, all over, like I said, in the field in which I'm in, I take players overseas, and so folks be like, "Oh," and there's a lot of scams on that. "Oh man, I
Right.
can really hook you up. I can do this and that. Pay me X amount of dollars. Pay this and that, and I'm gonna get you. Get you in with the right people." And so I hear a lot of that, and I'm like, what are you paying for, and who are you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Really,
It
let's
sounded a little too good.
start.
And I don't learn it's a little too good ain't true. So I don't know about that.
Man, that's like you said, how we build our brand. Those who went. I have, like I said, resume. Kitsap Admirals. I got so many players at every level that I'm like, hey, you can call this player this in this country. This ballaholic is a person who went to UK. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who we met at a showcase. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, ball, this is what it is. Let's do this. Let's do that. And he'll tell you, less than a month later, I had him in UK. Boom. And we was
Wow.
in UK, and he was, they had all kind of love for him, and everything I told him. And we about to be in Japan next month. So everything that I'm telling him, like, yo, this is what it is. And he's been able to go and witness and see this and talk to other people throughout, our podcasts and things like that. That's like, nah, coach is legit, you know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the part too that I was so big on building that kind of name and brand. You know what I mean? So
Right.
when I sit down with a player like yourself, when I tell other coaches who reach out who's looking for players, I'm like, no, I know pro players. You know what I mean? So Cam here is a pro player, XD1, who played, pro contract, who's a free agent. So if you're looking for a guard that's ready to go, tap in with us. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's the other part that we've really been pushing, I guess, the narrative on this is what we want to do and just being legit, And so, no, so it's good. It's just funny because I had a young buck that I tried to help, tried to school and say, bro, he's like, yo,
He got hit too?
no. And I tried to tell him, I'm like, man, I'm not hating on you, but I understand. So, okay, so I'm gonna just put this out here, and you gonna off the bat, you gonna tell me, oh, it's a scam, right? So, if I never play, I get a contract from the CBA. The CBA, everybody knows the top league of China. That's the NBA of China.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna tell you my background. My background is high school. Is all I've ever played. I never played college. I never played semi-pro. I went to maybe a couple of showcases, and I find an agent, and that agent tells me, I got you a contract with the CBA. I need you to pay me.
Scam.
I need you to pay for this part and that part. You know what I mean?
And
This
that's when the red flags fly up in my head.
right. And that was my thing. I was like, I've been around. I've been in China at least 5 times,
Right.
and I played against the CBA, or even the Laker of the CBA, the top team. That's all kind of championship. I done played against all of these teams, and I'm like, you're not an NBA guy,
Right.
so you got to be an NBA guy, honestly, to get in the CBA.
Exactly.
So if you're not, you never play college basketball, I don't care what team it is in the CBA, they're not going to give you a contract.
No.
You know what I mean? And so that was my thing where I'm just like, that doesn't sound right. That
Right.
just off of that. And then you tell me about the money part. Now I'm like, okay, bro.
They got plenty of money in the CBA. They don't need you to send them nothing.
That part, China,
They
big
gonna take
dollar.
good care of you out there.
Yes. China
Good
is
care.
a whole different world when it comes to
That's
hooping.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, you could be like Michael Jordan to them out there.
Yes.
But them people, them GMs and owners got money. They gonna pay for you to do X, Y, Z.
Facts. And that was my
Did
thing.
he pay him?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. And that was my thing. where because I'm one of those like I got mad love. I'm gonna look out for you. I ain't gonna never try to steer you wrong. But
Mhm.
then it's one of those you don't listen, and then you come back later, and I just had it's that tough love. Like, bro,
Told you so.
I'm like, look, man, I told you not to do it,
Mhm.
and you did it, and now you're coming back around and asking me for my help, but you didn't listen the first time. You know what I
Right.
mean? Now you're out of money, and you shouldn't be out of money. I'm telling you how the game work. I've been around long enough. I've been doing it. It's the CBA, man. When I went to, I was like a rock star. All the guys I
Right.
took over there, you know what I mean?
Right.
It was like
They
rock
love
star,
you.
So
Right.
if they want you, they're gonna take care of you. And that
Exactly.
agent, he's gonna get paid. You don't
Yeah.
have to send him nothing. You know
Nothing.
what I mean? And so, that's why I was like I think it was like a work visa, something like. I'm like, wait, man, Google this. Wait a minute.
It's always the visa that they say. It's
Yeah,
always, and if you don't know, you gonna think of that like, well, I guess I am, going down there to work. They probably let me get them the money quicker so I can get down here
yes,
and get to working then.
yep, and
He working that thing right in his account and ain't saying nothing to you.
and that's what it is, and that's why I try to tell people. That's why we have the podcast too.
Yeah.
It's like, man, let's put y'all on because it's a lot of players that are getting got because folks know that you're in a sense you're looking for a job. Some don't really know the business and things like that,
Mhm.
so they take advantage of that. You know what I
And
mean?
it's crazy because they know who to get. They know who to get. They like to get them players fresh out of college
Yep.
who don't got no really experience overseas, and because they know they don't know.
Yes.
They don't know. And as a player, you've been in college where everything was almost spoon fed and handed to you. Cause I mean, you got everything in college. You got the training tables, you got the if you get hurt and injured, you can go and get your toes and whatever it rubbed on, and you got the lunch and the dinners and the breakfast all handed to you, and then you get out of college and you like, well, it's just me now. I got
Right.
to do all this on my own, and hold on, this team's telling me that I mean, how much I got to send? Okay, cool, yeah, I want to play,
Yes. Yep.
and that is the complete opposite of what you should be doing. Complete opposite. You should be sitting there and looking for an agent that's like, okay, look, I'm gonna work for you. This what's gonna happen when I talk to these teams and I negotiate. They're gonna pay you this, and they're gonna pay me this.
That's it. That
And once I figured that out, I was set. I was good. I was like, yeah, okay, I understand now. And there's been when I got scammed, there was still some scammers hitting me up, and I cussed them out because I already knew as soon as they was like, you pay this, and I went off the scale because it wasn't happening to me again. I wasn't going. I said, I've been down this road before. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna get me again.
it'll give me twice. You know
Not
what
twice.
I mean?
Not twice.
And so,
So
man,
if any players is on here watching, man, like if y'all ever got contacted, but anybody asks about any money, don't do it.
don't do
It ain't worth it. Unless you want to lose your money and you don't care about it, then go ahead. But other than that, I'm pretty sure everybody love to have their money in their pocket.
it. Facts. Facts. And so, like you said, the agent, those who listen to agent will get paid the team. That's how the business works. You
Yeah.
know, so it's one of those. And like I said, there are different agents. Some you might sign with and you can't work with nobody else. You know
Right.
what I mean? I'm one of those where I'm like, hey, I'm a scout. I got relationships and things like that. So I'm the rich Paul, where I'm like, look, I ain't go to school to go get a degree or none of that stuff, but I build enough relationships and I know enough people and I've done basketball business, and folks trust me and my decision. I've shown at every level with teams. I played, coaching Jamal Crawford Pro-Am against IT, NBA guys, CBA overseas, Super League Russia, and I won. You know what I mean? So it's something that I'm doing right from a basketball standpoint on picking players and coaching and all that folks, I know a little something. And so those relationships, they depend on me. So I'm that way where I'm like, look, if I get you something, like, get as many agents as you can, so we all working for you. And in the
Right.
best way, you know what I mean, once some come through, then shoot, I get my cut from them and everybody's happy. We all
Exactly.
eat. You know what I mean? I don't need you paying me to go out and try to find you some, because if I don't get you anything, you just paying me to do what?
Yeah, nothing.
Right. You know what I mean?
But that's why you've been so blessed and you know still going and been so successful, is because you are a guy who's played professionally and is looking out for players not to get them into something that is easy to get into where you can be scammed.
Yeah.
So you know the Lord's blessed you because you are helping somebody else instead of people who's taken from somebody who is working day in day out at something.
That is
You
that,
know,
that is
karma's gonna hit them people who is out there scamming them type of people, and players. Because I mean, that's just not right. You're not gonna gain nothing from your $500 in
right.
El Salvador that goes a long way for you there. But at the end of the day, all money ain't good money. So
That's it.
and I'm big on blessings, and that's just not gonna work out in the long run.
That is true. That is so true. Man, one thing I just want to give you a shout out for staying up after midnight to jump
Oh,
on with us. You know?
this, like I said, this the time I got my Xbox on right now. I'm streaming and my voice is on. So I mean, we get it in all night long. I mean, till about 2 a.m. So this is I wake up at like 7:38, get in the gym with my trainer, and in the meantime, sometimes I train kids, to give back, kind of like you.
Yep.
Um, Teach them knowledge, a little bit on the court, and make a little extra money on the side. So
No, that's good. That's one of the things I really try to push too, right? With players is understanding the business overall, right? So understanding that yes, as a player, you're gonna get paid, but then you're gonna be training, coaching,
yeah,
all of that. You're a mentor as well. So in that part is saying that why not begin to take the things that you have to do anyway,
right,
and begin to pour it into the next, give it to the next generation. And on that, you're getting compensated because it's like,
exactly,
hey, somebody's looking for something, you know what I mean? So
exactly.
I think that's the other part too. That you have, I say, scammers or folks that be like, "Oh man, I'm a trainer. I can really train," and then you begin to
Right,
say, "Man, really, what are you teaching my kid?" You know what I mean?
right,
I'm paying you to do
right,
what? Are you really teaching them? Or you just get money and that's the other part. So that's the part when you look at, like I said, your background, your resume, and
yeah,
I tell people, hey, because we like when we go over to Japan, when we go to different countries, I'm big on let's do a youth camp. Let's
mm,
get back. Let's teach the kids. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're there hooping, but let me now teach y'all how to be trainers. Let me teach y'all how to understand the business of basketball.
exactly. Because the ball got to stop bouncing sometime.
Yes.
No, once I'm done playing, like I want to go right into coaching, college. Like
Yep.
I don't want to coach high school, middle school. Like I want to go right to the players. I can give out scholarships too, and they gonna work they butt
Yep.
off for me. I don't want to sit there and have to worry about no booster clubs, no parents coming in
Yeah.
and telling me this kid need this. If Johnny is better than Sam as a freshman and Sam as a senior, I don't care. I'm playing Johnny because
That's
Johnny
that part. Yep.
and I done been on that side of the stick too, where I've been better than players, but that player's been there for 4 years and his parents and all of this is alumni but I'm better than this kid, clearly.
Right.
But you'll play him just off the strength of that. And that's not the type of coach that I'm going to be. Like, I'm going to go into it as best man wins.
Facts.
I
No,
want to win. You want to win. Well, the best man wins. That's who I'm playing.
I mean that it's competition. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
What in a sense you're teaching them. And that's I'm one of those too where I'm like, hey, you know, I end up going the other route where like you said, middle school, high school. You
Right.
know what
I know that tests your patience a little bit more up in there with them.
It does. It really
Crazy.
does. You know what I mean? Because
For
at least in
sure.
college, you can go and pick and choose and put a team together.
Right.
No, in school, you got to take whatever you got and you got to make
Exactly.
the best of it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And so
Exactly.
even in that level, where I'm like, look, if this kid's a freshman, I don't care if you're a senior.
Right.
I'm playing the best player. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep.
And like, cause I'm a middle school coach as well. So on my middle school team, I had 7th graders who was on my varsity team, and they were starting.
Wow.
I'm like, and we end up finished 2nd place. You know what I mean? In our conference, but it was those kids. I could have been oh no, you're a 7th grader. I got 8th graders. I'm gonna keep all the 8th graders. Say you come next year. Nah, I'm trying to win. You know,
Exactly. Exactly.
so no,
Exactly.
I am.
Well, you know that as a player because you play
Yeah,
professionally, and you know you just know as a competitive standpoint, why wouldn't you play Kobe over Derek Fisher like that? That wouldn't even that don't even make sense, you know. Like so, I mean, I train kids who's in middle school. Like a lot of the kids I train are all in middle school and high school.
okay.
So I'm around those type of kids, training them. It's just like I said, for the coaching standpoint, like I said, your patience. I don't got no kids of my own. I don't know if you do or not.
Yes.
Right. So your patience is probably, you probably got more patience than I do. Because man, even when I'm training them kids, sometimes I'll be like, man, look, like I love you, but why I gotta keep saying this 10 times now? I just told you what to do, like how to do it. So, I just want to go right into the college culture, man, and give back that way, and go out and get players, like you said, from everywhere and
Yeah.
do it that way. I just feel like that'd be the best.
Yeah. And
Person.
then, just like a hooper, right? You got to find a
Right.
system for your game. Yeah.
Right.
And so, same thing as a coach. It's like, man, I got to find the best system because I know how I am.
Exactly.
I'm wired different. And so, if
Right.
you're in this situation, I don't know if that's going to be the best situation for
Right.
us. You know what I mean? So,
For sure.
that
For sure.
hilarious. But no, like I said, for me, I started, of course, adults, and then I ended up becoming a girls coach, high school coach.
Okay.
So that's where I started. So I was a girls C team coach my first year. Like you said, you go from elite, you know what I mean, to now you're like, okay,
It's a whole different ball game.
right, right. So it does teach you mad patience and
Right.
everything. And then the next year I'll end up becoming a varsity coach. Now I'm like, all right, now let's go. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now we can really do our thing. But being a C team coach, a varsity coach, a middle school coach, because I'm a middle school boys coach, and now also assistant girls varsity coach at a bigger school. So and then the fact that I've been over a decade with adults, you know what I mean, traveling all over the world. That's
Seeing pros play.
yeah, that's a
Right.
whole nother environment. And that's what I
Yeah.
tell people. I'm like, man, I'm used to, you know what I mean? I don't have to drop. I have
I was
special.
about to say, as a you don't even have to do much as a professional coach.
Yep.
I mean, them players should already know what they're supposed to be doing. It's
Yes.
a job. I mean,
Yes.
you can sit back like Coach K and just
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
in, get out. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Hey, you should have took that shot. That's it. You know what I mean? Like that's
That
easy money.
that's real talk, and that's really how it was. You know what I mean? It was like a symbol, like a cold team. You know what I mean? I had
Right.
1 through 5, XD1s, X Pro, all sizes. You know what I mean? Where we
Yeah.
just traveling and just giving people work. And so I'm like, sub, you know what I mean? I knew what everybody could do,
Exactly.
And so then you go from that and then you get into high school and you're like, oh, wait, you know what I mean?
I got to start all over.
Yes, yes. Like,
Crazy.
yeah, this is how you dribble. I need you to pass. Why do
Right.
you not do that? you know? So,
Man, this is how you do a 3-man weave. Like,
yes, yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes. Yeah, no, that is
I know.
hilarious. Hey, Ball, man, before we get off, man, where you at?
I'm right here.
You make it home yet, bro?
No, not yet. About 30 seconds to a minute.
Man,
I should be home.
We've been on about an hour. No, it's traffic, boy. Cause
Good traffic.
yeah.
An hour long.
It's already just driving home. Already seen about 4 accidents.
Damn.
Oh
So
wow.
that's just the start of the turn up because we lost. So because the city is very prideful when it comes to football, and I know how I get. Everybody get told they already do the premeditated win. You know what I'm saying? So that got messed up. So we spent it's all of that emotion. The
Yeah.
fact that people are drunk, they might hit something and they might not feel it. Somebody else might laugh and then they might just destroy hell other shit because it's, you know what I'm saying? Just the
Yeah.
animosity from the loss.
Yeah.
So now everybody is just doing anything.
Mm.
Yeah.
Gotham City.
Right.
I was telling
Right.
Ashley that, man, I was in the same position as you last year, bro. I'm a Philly fan, so I know the pain.
And
And they beat us. The same that dang on team done won twice, and they beat
Yeah.
us, and now they beat y'all, man. I feel you.
yeah, it sucks, man. That didn't mess up my whole day, man, and night. Shit.
Yeah,
Already. Yeah.
yeah, to do
I
that.
said,
Yeah.
I said, man, my man Ball, boy. He hurt tonight, man.
Cause you coach, you know, I'd never text you that. I'd never text nothing like that to you, man.
I know. That's how I knew something was up. I was like, man, my man Ball always down. You know what I mean? No matter what kind of day, but this is the first time he's coach. I said, yeah,
Man,
my man hurting today, bro. I got it.
hurt, bro. Really, really, really hurting though. Like I really, really hurt though, man.
I was like, I hold it down for you. You know what I mean? Let you
Man,
get ready for we see tomorrow. You know.
yeah, yeah. So I'll be better tomorrow for sure. I'll be, you know, so hungover, hurt, but I'll be a little bit better than I am today.
Hey, like I said, we just appreciate you being on. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, and
This is what I signed the contract for anyway. So, you know what
yeah,
I mean?
and so we're gonna have to keep in touch with Cam. You know what I mean? Stay locked in with him. See how his journey is. Because let me see if he's still around. Ooh, when we go to Japan, we come back. Well, we got some more things coming up. I know New York, we got UK, we got some more stuff. Uh, but you shouldn't be here, to be honest. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You should have a contract because you
for
are
sure.
legit professional, D1, all the above. You know what I mean? And because of that, normally, even though you are a guard, you should still be signed a lot. You get signed a lot faster than a lot of other players. You know what I mean? Just keeping it 100 because of the fact that your resume,
Okay, what's up?
you know. So
For sure.
yeah, before we head up, what's your tag, or if you want to give your number for coaches? Because like I said, we're gonna share this. I'll send you the little link, and you can send it off to anybody that you want to send it to. I'm gonna chop up some of it and put it on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm gonna upload it to YouTube and all of that stuff. So I just want people to be able to get in contact with you. You know, who might be interested.
Got you. So my phone number for the coaches is 217-714-8043. And then my Instagram is the only camo. So it's the only ONLY and then camo with a K. KAMO. And I'm on there. I mean, anytime you shoot me a DM or a text message or a WhatsApp with that same number right there, I'll answer it and go from there and chop it up with you, whatever y'all got to offer.
Like you said, I gotta go and pull up your, which also I put it on the little bio, but or when we had promoted this page or our, my bad, I'm up here reading your bio here. So TBL, you average 22 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. That's your most recent stats in the TBL. The year before in the DR, averaged 14 points, basically 4 assists, 3 rebounds a game. And then, is this Mexico? Yeah, Mexico. 20 points, basically 5 rebounds or 5 assists, 3 rebounds a game. So, I mean, for those, and you're listed at 6, let's say, let me go back, make sure I got you right, 6 foot.
Yep, 6 foot, 6'1".
Yeah,
Right
6'1", my bad. Yep, 6'1", 195 wingspan, 73 inches. Okay. So, man, like I said, tap in with us. A real pro. He's a free agent. And like I said, you can reach out to him, those who know me, or if you want to reach out to us at Streetball the Pro, you can hit me up, Kitsap Admirals, at Gmail, or hit our website. You can hit Ballerholic, one of us, and we can get you plugged in with Cam. So, man, like I said, I want to appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for having me, man. It's real love, and God bless both of y'all, man.
Likewise, man. Likewise.
Hey, my man, Ball. There we go.
Yeah, sorry about the low energy, man. Everybody who watching, sorry about the energy, fellas, man.
A real 49ers fan. He got all his gear on. You know what I mean?
Man.
You know? So, man, until next time, y'all have tapped in to Streetball the Pro, with your man, the ambassador and Ballerholic, and our guest, Cam. We'll be back tomorrow night at 9. Have a man, JT, Generation Athletics, a former player, took over to China. He's out of Canada, and now he has one of the biggest training companies or programs in Vancouver, Canada. So that's what we're doing. Like I said, we're putting everybody on. We're letting y'all know what's going on around the world and just showing love. And thank y'all for showing love to us. Until next time, we out. Streetball the Pro.
All right, fellas.
All right.
All right, guys.
Yeah.